I don't know what I have read, and this became like really big, where they had a character, spoiler alert, who is an Arab prince who, again spoiler, gets into a love triangle between the protagonist, and like he's wooing the main female protagonist, and the depiction of this Arab prince was very like it was a stereotypical looking Arab prince, but they had things like he was in a bar, he was drinking, he was like a womanizer, and Arabic people felt
So
like this was
accurately
not
racist.
this was not a good depiction of like a Muslim man. So it with international fans it like was a big thing. And the person playing it was an Indian actor, which was all the more like it's not even the right ethnicity of person playing it.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, so there's a lot
vaguely
of
brown.
yeah, I mean, we like West Asia, South Asia have like overlaps, but still. So there was like the actor was getting hit as well as the show. So like both of them apologized, and there was an apology in Arabic as well. So yeah, it was a big deal,
Wow.
and yeah, like apparently Arab fans, your voice matters.
Hi, we are.
Tuna talk,
I'm Zara.
and I'm Sophia.
And we are back with a brand new K drama. Feel like I have only heard about King the Land so much that I also thought it was King the Landing.
Same. I like kept looking up King Landing or like King's Landing because that's like a Game of Thrones thing in my mind. And I was just like, why isn't it showing up Netflix? And then it turns out that it's King the Land.
Before we get into our wonderful review to see whether King the Land is a K drama or a K flop, we are NoonaTalk, a podcast where we talk about K pop, K drama, K culture, everything you need to know, especially if you're a Desi stan. Even if you're not, we welcome you anyway. We are here on a bi weekly basis on YouTube and all across all podcasting platforms. So wherever you're watching, give it a thumbs up, or listening to, give it 5 stars. You can also follow us on Instagram at Noona Talk, exactly like it sounds, for a lot of other real content, fun, food, giveaways, more interactions, and FaceTime with us in case you're like, miss that face.
Catch all of our other K drama, K flop episodes because we have done a ton of them. We love watching K dramas, and you can check all of them out on our YouTube channel playlist or any other podcasting platform. But today, as you have seen in the title and heard us talk about, we are going to check out King the Land, which we're going to watch it and come back to you and let you know what we feel.
Let's go.
내가 지켜줄게.
In a word, curious. I'm curious.
What is King the Land about? Because, like, honestly, I had no idea, and the
Oh
fact that
yeah,
there was
for
no
real,
king
for real, for
involved.
real. I thought when this is based off of just the name. I was so sure it was Joseon Dynasty.
Joseon Dynasty, same. That's what I thought. I thought it was like one of those Joseon Dynasty person comes into the modern era because I'd seen like a few photos or something. But
Oh,
it's not that. So, amid a tense inheritance fight, a charming heir clashes with his hardworking employee who's known for her irresistible smile, which he cannot stand. I don't know how to explain this, but the way this sums up the entire show is incredible. Like, that's all that happened. Like, she had a
for
smile,
real.
he was an heir, and they don't like each other.
Okay. When we get down to it, I feel like this part of the story, which was in your summary, which is technically the story, I care about not at all. What do I care about? The whole like inheritance battle.
I think he was adopted. Or like no. Sorry, I don't mean it like that. I think father had an affair, child out of wedlock, took the child in, and we don't know. But the mother exists. I'm definitely sure the mother exists somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, no, the father, like the child out of wedlock thing, father had affairs thing, वो तो बहुत ज्यादा heavy handed hinting हुआ कि like मुझे तो पता ही नहीं मम्मी कौन सी किसकी मम्मी की बात कर रहा हूँ. But
Hmm.
until he said that, I thought that the sister was the mother,
Who's the sister?
the older lady.
I thought that was the stepmother.
No, that's the sister.
How do we know
That's
she's
what the
the
grandfather
sister?
keeps saying. Ki, oh, your sister's going to take, like, I'm
Who's
already
the
training her to take
grandfather?
the old man. जिसके घर पे they
Is that not
aid.
the father?
No, that's the father is dead. No, the father is not
Oh,
dead. The father is not dead. The father is not dead.
I have seen a completely different show at this point.
Wait, the father is not dead because he goes to call the father at some point. Yes. So the father is not dead.
Wait, that
He
old
is
man we
grandfather.
keep seeing
His
is the
grandfather.
and the lady who's like, oh, you have to go study more is the sister?
His sister. Unless somewhere down the line they introduce some new person, because she's the one taking over the company, and that's why there's a
Yeah, that's
massive
the
age
fight.
difference between them, because the dad went out and had an affair with a younger person. Oh, well, not a younger person, but had an affair at a later
Oh.
point in his life.
This has changed everything I've thought. Not
Yeah,
everything, but
because
like a
I
lot
was
of
like,
things.
ye to mummy hai, ye to mummy hai.
Yeah, same. I thought it's a stepmother. So
But
the minute
no.
she says this is not your home initially, so I think I felt like this is the stepmother and like whatever. But
Oh,
oh wow, okay. So we haven't seen the father.
half sister.
Let's like reel back because we start with this young woman who's giving an interview for a hotel, and she doesn't have a degree, like a bachelor's degree, and that's like a very
Hmm.
heavily pushed aspect about her, but she's really smart and she has a great personality. Then we see this other guy who lands on the King Hotel, the King
No,
the
he doesn't
Land.
land on the King Hotel. He lands on the
He lands
wrong
at the side
hotel.
wala, and he's the intern, but clearly he's not the intern. We know that he's the chairman, and he basically exposes the company for being crappy, and then is back at his grandfather's place, being like, "I'm done," and the sister's like, "You should leave," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave." Part of the show, which is like the female protagonist who's now working at the hotel. She's got a job at the hotel because she has a great smile, and her two other friends who are also working like service jobs. Like one of them works at a store, the other one is an air hostess, and they have bad bosses. And there's this part of it that's just horrible bosses. Like that's the show, which is kind
But
of funny.
okay, this is something I feel like I've watched a fair few amount of K dramas now, and they show straight up workplace bullying only. Like workplace is never anything else, and I understand a lot of that may be culturally like a part of their thing. Like that is just how hierarchy and strict it is, and like the whole like respect each other. They show it. हम तो शर्म के मारे like
Hmm.
we say, oh, we're a family. We hate you, but we're a family, guys. No bonus for you. But they are to like, this is
I
it.
guess maybe because you haven't worked a service job, but as somebody who comes from a service job, this was very
Hmm.
like how it is. Like people,
No,
because
no,
nobody
but
has a
I
time to like
agree.
sugarcoat things.
No, 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 I
Yeah.
absolutely agree that this is exactly how workplaces are. But I just mean like in
Hmm.
like other shows that you watch, like in
Oh,
Western or even
shows.
Desi shows you watch, at least we have the
Hmm.
shame in us to lie about it. Whereas like Koreans are like straight up, they're like,
Yeah.
no, bully.
Yeah, this is how it is. It's not even bullying. I mean, oh, fine, we call it bullying,
It
but
is
that's just
bullying.
how like service jobs are. Like people are just people at any position of power do like abuse. We do like a 5 year jump where he's moved to the UK, and it was giving very Vincenzo like, sir, why are you
Was
in
it
this
giving
like
Vincenzo? Because
mansion?
it was giving me Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Sure, sure. But like I just been like Vincenzo where like he's living in this foreign European country in a massive house, and then someone comes with a letter, like a white old man comes with a letter, and he's
Mm.
like, I must go back.
And
So
also, I mean, so far in the first episode that we have seen, there is no mention of what was in the letter.
yeah, I was very curious.
The show, so we saw their two parallel lives go at the same time of the
And beach mein
5 year
they
jump.
have like a little fight, huh?
Oh yeah, they do have a fight when they first meet and don't get along on I don't know, on the very strange thing of misunderstanding and communication, which is meant for jokes
Hmm.
and lols, so it doesn't really matter to plot. But
No, that's
basically,
the
they don't get along.
establishing story. What are you saying? That's the origin of their meeting. They're establishing an enemies to lovers right now, and this is how
True.
it will start.
Yeah, fair. It is enemies to lovers, and this is how it gets established. Yeah, no. So in the 5 year jump, we see both of their lives parallelly and see what they're
Hmm.
up to, and then eventually main character comes back to Korea. What it feels like is going to war to take his inheritance, which is the hotels,
Hmm.
and specifically this hotel where our main female lead is still working and
Yeah.
has been promoted through the ranks, and clearly
Hmm.
has is a woman of many talents.
Yeah, but also I feel like it's not just about him taking over the hotel, but he gets a choice between which business he can do, and he chooses the hotel because the sister is the one managing it right now. So it feels a very direct, like, move to push her out kind of
True. Okay. Let's get into
pros
pros
and
and
cons.
cons.
Okay, I'll say I it was interesting. Like the plot did get me. I was invested in, actually. I mean, not you weren't, but like I was invested in both their lives. Like I liked seeing her grow, and I like that she already has this friend. Bless you, friend circle. So we've established the best friend tropes of both the guy and the girl. I think the tropes are set in place, and I was like invested in where the inheritance thing is going. I also wanted to see where her like journey in this hotel is going. Like she gets promoted and now she's at a higher rank, and so I was like interested in that. And what I enjoyed was the pacing. Like it didn't feel it was too, which like a lot happened in the first episode and like a good amount, but it wasn't like overwhelming. कि सब कुछ हो गया, and it
Hmm.
wasn't like कुछ नहीं हुआ. It was like good paced.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. It was very interesting. I was super gripped from the get-go. A lot of that had to do with the fact that when the interview was going on, the banner in the back said 2015, and mera aadha like time to nikal gaya figuring out, is this an older show? Wasn't this popular right now? Why does it say new episodes if this is from 2015? Like that took me so much time.
So
So yeah, no,
same.
I was already really interested, and after a very long time, if you have been watching these episodes of K-drama or K-flop, you know one of my biggest complaints is always that the main leads are not good looking. I may have changed my mind for this one. Yeah, they're not blowing me away, but the way I appreciate it though,
Cute.
like the effort was
Yeah.
made. That was also like a good incentive for me to keep watching. And then yeah, you're right, the story just kept moving and it was interesting.
Hmm.
I don't have a lot of emotional investment in the very so far paltry enemies to lovers storyline, and also like
Hmm. Hmm.
CEO
Hmm.
X poor girl is just like, it's great in my fantasies, but like I don't want to see another person get lucky. I am so curious about the whole inheritance and family thing going on because it feels
Hmm.
like the 2008 like 9 show Revenge, but make it K-drama.
Another thing I liked, which I enjoyed the comedic timing of the show, which a lot of shows don't have, especially I think in the interview process and like her entire job. I think they did a great job of like putting in points of humor, not like lol humor, but like situational comedy where they were like, oh, you're not really smart. Do you even speak two languages? Do you speak a third language? And she's like, yeah, I can speak Chinese. And she says it in Chinese. She's like, might as well say it in Japanese. And she says it in Japanese.
Yeah,
And
or
it's
even
just
the scene when they're out with the friend's kid and she's like, oh, we haven't danced under the
yeah.
club lights in so long. And then they dance in the
Yeah.
kids' playroom.
But what were some of your cons?
I mean, I said it already. Like the enemies to lovers, I feel like I needed the setup to be more than this very basic, bland misunderstanding. Like it was
Wait for it.
like
Maybe they knew each other as kids and were like school rivals.
maybe school rivals नहीं होंगे, but कुछ तो होगा. Like मम्मी भी गरीब थी, जिसके साथ affair था पापा का. They were
Could
neighbors.
they be related?
Oh yeah, because we don't know anything about her family. Hmm.
Hmm.
Maybe that's the real controversy of King the Land. Like the
True.
effort that has to not say King the Landing is very strong.
Same. The female protagonist's character was very one-dimensional. Like all we knew about her is that she has a great smile and she's very honest, and it just never went anywhere from there. Like it
Hmm.
was too flat. There was nothing.
Hmm. I feel like
Whereas
too
like
flat is for both of them. I feel like their
no,
characterization.
he has a complex backstory going on. He has like parental trauma, like all of those things. Like
But
it is
he's
going
just
on.
got the parental trauma. Like, और क्या है?
He's got the parental trauma. He's got the inheritance. He's also somebody who's not that invested in his job, but now he's doing it for something. Like there are a lot of things that we've established about this guy
Hmm.
going on in his life. But for her, it's just she's just like, oh, I always wanted to be a hotel concierge, and I studied a
Concierge.
lot for it, and I smile really well, and she gets ahead. And like that, that's it. There's nothing, and she has friends.
One of the pros, sort of, for me was when they, from the first time that they make her smile and that continues on, this is something I really liked. She doesn't have like perfect teeth, and I really appreciate that. Like, if the whole thing that you're basing is that, oh, she's got this great smile and she has the like crooked, like
Hmm.
crossed over teeth thing going on, here for it. I
Yeah.
really appreciated that. Like, I don't know if that's a conscious thing that they've done, but I genuinely
Hmm.
like.
I liked another thing where when she's going in for the interview in the first scene, her heel breaks, and then when she
Hmm.
steps in, her foot is still like pointed,
Barbie.
even very Barbie core. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the show did have some really interesting things, but some, like, I feel like it was extreme highs and lows. Like, either I was really interested or I was just like, why?
I do have a question to ask you.
Okay.
Is it a K drama or is it a K flop?
It's a K drama for me. Like, why am I even pretending to think? I was ready to watch the second episode almost immediately. I thought about it doing it later on as well. Definitely a K drama for me. What about you?
Same. It's a K drama for me. I want to watch. I want to know where it goes because I think the one thing that happened is through this we have no idea where this is going. Like it could go in a very conventional route where if I fall in love, he gets the inheritance over, or it could get interesting. We don't know what that is, and until we watch, we wouldn't know, which makes me want to watch.
So, what did you think about King the Land? Let us know in the comments below. Was it a K drama for you as well, or was it a K flop? We will be back with many, many more K dramas. If there's anything else that you want us to react to or do a review of, make sure that you leave us a comment, or you can DM us on our Instagram at NoonaTalk, exactly like it sounds. We will be back in exactly 2 weeks with a brand new episode. I was Zara.
And I was Sophia. We'll see you next time.